And it is Auckland who will have us underway, playing in the predominantly white strip from right to left, and it's the Brumbies in possession early on with the swift Tom Cox, and Tom Cox is going to make his mark right at the start of this final with a burst of speed that's left a vapour trail across the southwest London sky.
I don't think we've seen that all day from anyone, the ACT Brumbies, with out-and-out pace. They seem to have been locked away and covered, but my goodness me, we saw him from the, you see him end on here, we saw him from the side, he just accelerated away.
He's been a very busy boy of late, starting the Super 15 final. And his swift intervention leading to Tom Cox on the other side of the pitch, bustling his way over for the third Brumbies try of this half, and they are fair motoring towards the quarterfinals, it seems.
Yeah, Nepivoda again in the outside. Couldn't make the tackle, poor technique. And just gets brushed aside by Cox. They're outnumbered here, and it's a difficult challenge. When it gets this wide and it's a one-on-one, you almost have to let the player go past you and bring him down by the legs. You make it an upper body battle, his legs are still pumping. He ends up getting nearer the line and eventually scoring. Got to go low there. Drop below their hips and take them down as quick as you can.
And that'll do for the first half. Do very nicely for the Brumbies. They lead with the conversion.
No, great hands for a big guy. I think he signed large because Project Hill's got an awful lot of burger outlets in the area.
Tom Cox, meantime, scored a try at the end of the first half, scores one at the start of the second. Interesting to see players like Darren Morris, British Lions experience, heading out to Russia though, and I just wonder, you know, the long-term development of the team, whether more and more players from established nations might get the opportunity to head out there and help with their development.
I'm sure the IRB have looked at it and having a bank of guys that they can utilise both their ability as coaches and their knowledge as players in these nations around the world, where and indeed regions that just need a little bit more advice and probably just a little bit more of the professionalism that many years in either international rugby or top flight rugby has taught you as an individual.
Home, Super 15 regular back in Australia, he gets them up and running, and this is Tom Cox, who weighed in with 3 tries yesterday, and he feeds Robbie Coleman, the skipper, who got a couple of...
Pin it wide and give it to your speedsters. You know, not the most accurate of passing in the midfield, but when you've got the pace of this guy, Tom Cox, it's always a decent skill as well, not just to ride that tackle log, but to be able to distribute off both hands, off the deck, over the top of the shoulder. It's so vital.
Go back 6, advantage.
Advantage over.
Yeah, go!
Playing advantage. Advantage over. Backwards. No hands.
Wait, not much room on the blind for Evans.
Touch. Think. Touch. Pause. Engage. Hold it on. Good work, boys. Pass back. I'm waiting here. Sir, I'm on. Back. Coxie, on your side. Get boys. Yes, Coxie.
Advantage over. What did you see?
Fair try.
Fair try?
Yep.
Fair try.
Boots!
Try.
Hold it, John.
There and claim it just. Cox. He's lost it.
Try first.
Dived on it to claim it for country.
Oh, get back. Thank you.